I thought today was a real solid day for us. It was good, good moments for both sides. Just continuing to push consistency. First day where we did break up and got a significant amount of time with scouts. We continued to do our crossover work, trying to keep the speed as good as possible. There were some up and down moments on both sides, but I thought it was a really solid work day. Guys are continuing to learn. They're continuing to get better. As we're going to implement some of the things that we're looking to do in the first game. There's always a little bit of transition, on that first day of doing that. But I thought all in all it was a good day. Got some really quality reps in, and obviously continuing to work to get better as we get closer to game week. Tomorrow we'll have a mock game, which will be a lower impact practice for us physically, but probably one of the more intense mentally. Trying to take them through every situation, running everything that could show up. We want to make sure that we present to them, just to see them operate in that moment. Any questions?
It's
a great day. No questions.
That's a coach.
I'll give one. I tried. Look, I even came back.
I'm from Orlando. Just playing in Orlando, the program's had great success there. Undefeated in 12 games. A win last year. Just playing there and showcasing the program.
That's great to know the record. I like that.
No pressure.
10-0-2.
That's awesome. It's obviously being able to play in our home state is special, and it's kind of ironic to be able to start this season where we finished last season. And Orlando's a great city for us in a lot of ways, and just recruiting. We've got some young men that are from there. It's a showcase game, and to be able to do that here in the state of Florida, we're excited about it, and we know it's going to have a great turnout, and definitely looking forward to it.
Players like to feed off the crowd. Should be a pro-Seminole crowd. That's an important part of the game for them.
Yeah, it's going to be a great atmosphere. Last year we played in New Orleans, and it was a great atmosphere there as well. It's we got a special fan base, and I know being here, in our home state, it's definitely going to be a wonderful turnout, and we're looking forward to be able to kick off the season, there in Cape World Stadium.
And primetime ABC, a chance to showcase the program nationwide.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a wonderful stage. It's a be able to kick off the year. Only game on national television that night. It's going to be special. And you're playing two top 10 teams coming into the season. Very talented players on both sides. It's come down to execution, adjustments, and being able to go implement the plan on that stage.
When guys go to work on the scout team, do you guys have to coach them up on what they're doing there in terms of how important that is?
Oh, absolutely. And it's still, there's still a lot of fundamental work that needs where guys can develop. You might be running a little bit different scheme that's mirroring, what an opponent might do, but still about stance, first step, hand placement, all the things that can help you be the best player that you can be, and you're getting to do it against, first, second team guys. So you've seen a lot of players throughout the years that have changed their future just because of taking the positive approach to what they did on scout team. Last year, Peter Bulwer came and talked to our team, and his whole message was talking about that year when he was on scout team and how that prepared him for all the future success that he was going to have. And you look at a lot of great players that have come through this program that have had to go through that journey, and if you embrace it and go improve with that daily competition, you're going to put yourself where you need to be.
You got so much talent on that front line, your defense this season. What is it about Fabian specifically that makes you guys better up front?
It's size, speed, mentality. He's a physical presence, up front. He's a great leader for us, and he's really been ramping up. Here this last week as we've been getting closer to kickoff. Today was the most that he's done. He looks really good moving around. So you're definitely excited about that. Tomorrow will be a down day, like I said, from the physical part of it. Wednesday we'll ramp it back up, and then you have a few days before we get into our game week mode. But definitely excited about the progress I've seen from him, and just what he means to our defensive front and to this football team.
Was the scout team work today mostly focused on LSU or just different schemes that you think you'll see throughout the
No,
year?
it was really a first day of getting LSU looks, things that we anticipate. LSU's so multiple on both sides of the ball, so you're gonna get a lot of different. Or there's an opportunity to get a lot of different formations, alignments, schemes defensively. It's a well-coached football team, so I mean, obviously we're throwing a lot at them, and I thought the guys did good with that today.
When you guys saw LSU last year, Jaden Daniels, it was his first game with that coaching staff at school. When you go back and look at the rest of their season, like how much more
I
advanced
mean,
was it?
you saw a team that they grew throughout the year, and it was Daniels as one. I mean, you saw that in how he played. He was very impactful in our game. With this, his legs and the plays he was able to make, throughout the contest. He's a talented player, and he's a guy that you got to account for. Obviously, you see the development and growth and confidence he had, within the pocket, and he's got a tremendous group of receivers to be able to throw the ball to, tight ends. I mean, it's a very experienced and tough offense to have to defend. So we've got our work cut out for us. But I mean, you saw a team that grew. Same thing defensively. Just in what they were able to implement. I mean, and obviously just the way they play.
Coach, you mentioned the mock game, but how important is that? You can do everything physically, but mentally too. You talked about how taxing it can be. How important is that heading into a big game like this to focus on?
It's one of the most important days of fall camp because you get this close. You've implemented a lot of schemes. You've tried to introduce concepts. You've tried to do a lot of different things to help guys understand situations. But tomorrow you got to apply it, and we try to do that a week before. We're 8 days. I think it's a week plus from when we've done it before. But I always like to be able to have that to go back and clean up, because obviously we'll have another run through before we actually play during the game week. But just trying to force communication, force the understanding, make sure guys know how important it is to be locked in throughout that contest, whatever can show up.
Is there any way to prepare scout-wise for a quarterback to run, like other than using Jordan? How do you prepare for Jaden?
It's hard, and we got some athletic quarterbacks, and we're gonna be able to implement some of that throughout the scout periods. But we go against Jordan every day, and that's when I talk about the speed. There's times in practice where it has nothing to do with the opponent. We're just going to go against each other, and something I do believe in. And so we'll see speed with Jordan, and but Daniels is he brings his own challenges and how to defend them, and so we'll try to mimic that as best as possible.
Good idea, great idea to end camp with Coach Surtan versus Coach Dugans on the goal line. Offense wins, they get something treated. Defense wins.
Terrible idea. Because if one of them, he said good or great.
Good or great,
right?
yeah.
No, it's awful idea. Right? For the man of the people, that was not a good one. Okay? Because if we lose one of them to an Achilles or a knee, and I don't get to see them run around every day, that'd be a pretty terrible situation. They got to do plenty of their showcasing their athletic ability throughout their career. Now it's time to use that.
So,
It's good to have.